End of day 3 subbing here. Just wanted to kind of take a last minute video. So have the bottom all done, with the sides all glued on in the back. And so note to self, should have used 1/2 inch plywood instead of 3/8 for the floor. I really thought that would have been thick enough, but it's really not. Stepping into it, it gives quite a bit, and I've still got 2 more holes to cut. So, and it would have made the math a lot easier. A sheet of 1/2 inch plywood versus 3/8. It's kind of easy to forget about that 1/8 of an inch now and then. So, so just for those that are watching this and going to build one, definitely use the 1/2 inch floor. You'll just be happier that you did. So the luan around all the outside though. Got the luan on the front of the bench. So I still got to cut my piece of aluminum flashing to put in here. And because of my height restriction, I'm wanting it to fold down and fit flat in the back of my pickup, so I can have the tonneau cover over the top. Normally you'd probably build this a little taller, so my height is only 13 inches, which is pretty short to be sitting on, so I'm actually going to build another 1.5 inch rise on top of that that'll fold over like this, and then I'll have to flip it up to sit on it, and that'll have my lids and stuff. So normally you wouldn't do that. I would build this probably at least a couple 3 inches taller all around if I were going to just build it and not care about that, but I really wanted it to fit inside the back of my pickup. So when I get the final drawings all done and stuff, I will kind of have both options of a 6 foot length or whatever length you want, up to 8 feet versus mine that's 5'4". That's this length it's got to have to be to fit in the bed, and then that'll change some of your other factors too. But otherwise I'm going to try to make the plans pretty standard, and so then I kind of have this minimum or maximum height to have for a pickup bed. Otherwise you can build it as tall as you want, and the taller you make the base, the taller your roof height too. So anyway, otherwise it's come along good. Really pleased with it so far. We've had some good help with some special needs kids and other kids in the school. It's been fun to work with them this week. So I got one more day, so we'll see how far we get tomorrow. Until next time, thanks for watching. 11 Myers and counting. So shooting my next little video here, just wanted to kind of show you some updates. I'm at home now, and got the bottom all built while at school those 4 days, but now I have the bench top kind of done here, and it's got the lift up lids that are hinged here in the back, and then I got the floor grate mount on there. It's screwed in there. And so I think I shared how mine actually, because of the height restrictions, you still want a decent height in your seat so that you're not uncomfortable sitting and standing and all of that. Just when you get older, it's harder to stand up and stuff. So I needed to have mine so it flips over. So I want to show you that. Before I do that though, just wanted to show how I built this again. I think I covered this in another video, but just how really only this front wall is the wall that would be framed like you normally would, with like a top plate and a bottom plate, and then an up and down. And again, that's all 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch. And then I got this 1x4 in the center. That's going to be for supporting a shelf later. But otherwise, in order to keep things light, then you don't do that. You just have the board across. If you go to Michiana Fisherman's pictures, you can see you just kind of build it in, but then you glue this luan on the outside, and so that's really where the strength begins to come, is once the luan gets glued on that frame, that kind of makes it all one piece. And so anyway, so now I want to hopefully show you how the bench works then. And so I got these little chains inside here, and you'll see why in a second. I got to do this with one hand. So there's these little chains. Oops, that one over there is sticking for some reason. There. And so then when it folds, I've got some screws down here in the floor that these will catch on, and it sits there like that. And that's how it keeps it level like that when it folds down then. And so you can see the floor grate. So then I'm going to be putting some dividers in here, and then I'll put the piece of aluminum flashing in here. And so the next video I have, we'll have that all done, getting those pieces cut probably tomorrow and put in. And yeah, so with the little chains, again, you can unhook them for when you're getting in and out of the storage compartments when it's flipped up, but the chains just help it so the lids don't get flipped down there, and that those screws are at just the right spot so that it sits level. So that's all kind of just custom whatever, but then yeah, it just flips up and in here like this. And yeah, then you can unhook the chains if you want them, and then you can get in here to get inside the storage. So anyway, until next time, 11 Myers and counting. Okay, back down here in the workshop again. Got some more progress done today. Got the two kind of what I would call the front and back walls and the roof all framed, and just need to build the two ends with the doors. And so also got the flashing put in, and so that's in there, and the heater vent. So I tried that up earlier, fired that up, so I'll probably do another little short video here quick of what that looks like. And so just wanted to kind of show, I guess since I just got things clamped together, don't have the hinges on yet or anything, but you'll put a hinge here, just a real thin strap hinge, and then like a gate hinge in the middle, and then another strap hinge over there, and then the roof will flip over, and then you'll have trim pieces, more of this type of trim stuff here. Will be on the edges here. It'll go here, and then up here, and that's how it all kind of locks together. So, and then so yeah, so the shorter wall, which is this side here, so this wall will fold in first, and then that side, and then the back will fold down, and then the roof will flip over, and then it'll all lay down, and it should all fit below the height there. So got these 6-inch square gussets cut with this 45. So this is 2 inches wide here, and so 2 inches there, and then just did a 45-degree cut on all of those. And yeah, so let me turn the camera off in a minute here. I'll come around the back side here too and just show. So then there'll be the piano hinges cut into 6-inch pieces here, and that's how you'll hinge it together. On this end, the piano hinges will be flush on the outside, and you'll see the pin, the hinge pin will be there. Underneath here, you'll actually fold it over, and I've got some self-adhesive foam strips that I'll put underneath to kind of help it seal a little bit. So, but anyway, yeah, this is kind of the setup size that it'll be. And so you'll open your door and you'll step in here, and again, I think I said earlier, you're going to want to have the thicker floor material. So I've got this another 2x2 underneath the floor, and I got it screwed there. I think I showed that earlier. So sitting inside, then you got the heater vent here that you can turn and direct the direction of the heat, either straight up or point it forward, so it kind of circulates a little bit. But once you're inside, it's a pretty decent little box. Won't be able to stand up and totally stretch, but we'll at least be able to stand up and kind of straighten out a little bit. So turn the video off, and I'll turn on the lantern. So I have the lantern lit now, so you can kind of see, at least with the camera, you can kind of see the shadows there. So we've got the piece of aluminum flashing back in there, and so that reflects the light, makes a nice white light pattern on the floor. And you'll paint the insides, probably just have the artboard, it has lettering on one side and it's blank on the other, so I'll have the blank side facing in on the bottom. Up above you'll have the blank side facing out, so you can paint it, unless I decide to have just paint over the outside. I guess too I could do that, because I'm going to paint mine blue, so I could prime the outside, I guess, and then paint it. But anyway, yeah, then the heat comes up out of the grate there, and yeah, it works good. Nice and toasted warm. Got to cut a couple more holes in the floor, but I'm going to wait until I glue the artboard on the bottom. I'm probably going to cut the next two holes smaller. I've only got an 8-inch auger, so I think I'm just going to cut an 8-inch hole and see how that works. I might like that better, and this will feel a little more roomy. So otherwise I'll cut 10-inch holes like what I got. But anyway, so that's kind of the progress as of today. Hope to get the rest of my Luan strips cut tomorrow to finish all the trimming, and then can start buying the artboard as time and money allow, and start to put it in. and probably get a can of that. I think I told you I found some water-based spar varnish at Menards, and I'll try to get when I get that purchased and start using it, then I will have a picture of that too. So anyway, until next time, 11 Myers and counting. So these are the hinges. I don't have them screwed on yet, but I'll kind of show them here since I got them. So that I've mentioned in the last video, these are just some light strap hinges. They're 3 inches, and then here's a 3-inch T hinge. You'll need 2 of these, one on each end, and then this one goes in the center. And I'll show you what I mean here. I've got them kind of sitting here. So here's your strap hinge on the end, and so you can see it's both pieces there. And then I just got this held with clamps, but this is where that T hinge goes, just because you need this longer piece here, because you're not going to put a screw here. You're only going to put a screw here and down in here once the R board's in there, and then you'll screw this. So I guess you could probably use a whole strap hinge if you wanted up here, but I found out with the other house I built, the T hinges just works better for the center. And so anyway, so that's how the hinges go on. There's just 3 of them. 2 of these, one on each end, one here, one down there, and then the T hinge in the center. So that's how the hinges work to fold the roof over. Until next time, 11 Myers and counting.